Let's let this thing count down for a minute. Hey y'all, what y'all doing on this good, whatever day it is, Tuesday? Whew. I got me a cheesesteak. For some reason, I just had a taste for one. So I went and got me one. And Lord, they ain't cut my cheesesteak. Oh, yes, they did. I was about to say, this world is coming to an end. Why would they give me a cheesesteak and not cut it? Let me see what they did, because I told them, you know how you tell somebody give you a little bit of something and they try to be smart and put a lot on there? They ain't do that, dumb. But I'm about to get into this cheesesteak. Hold up. All right, I'm back. Now, I know y'all seen the footage of Northwest being the Lion King. And everybody's in the uproar about that, talking about, oh, it's kids that really audition for that role and that's really performers and that really know how to do, you know, really know how to sing and perform and all that. Which, that's all fine and dandy, but I see it from both sides. Like, let's look at it from a parental aspect first, right? If you had the money to ball out and buy your kids something that you know they want, you're not going to do it? Because I know I would. And y'all keep thinking that show business is this, oh, audition, get the part, or you good at something, so you're going to get this part. That's not how it works. Hollywood and show business does not work like that. All over the world, money talks. I don't know what people don't get about that, but y'all have to know that the person that has more money than you can do more than you. Like, it's that simple. And I know for a fact that if I was Kim and I could pay for my kid to get something that they want, guess what? Oh, your kid better than my kid? Oh, I don't care if they can't perform. Guess what? They going up there anyway because I paid for it. But on the other hand, in regards to people consuming it, what? What are you talking about? Hey! But on the other hand, when it comes to people pursuing it, you can't, I don't know, you know what blows my mind about the comment, like when people comment stuff, it'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? It's weird. Like, if I'm live and we're having a conversation, if you're not talking about what I'm talking about, go talk about the stuff that you want to talk about somewhere else. Because what, like what? It's weird. But anyway, back to Northwest and them, right? Northwest costume was crazy. That voice was crazy. Them dance moves was crazy. Everything about it was crazy. And if you saw the people that was actually performing, they was working overtime, honey, to try to cover up what Northwest was doing. But none of it was working. She cannot sing, she cannot dance, and I don't care that it's a kid, because at the end of the day, you gotta tell these kids the truth. And if you want to get better at something, or if you really want them to be a part of something, you need to let them know, oh no, baby, you're gonna have to work on this, you're gonna have to work on that, and them vocals is off, and you have to let them know. Like, but guess what? It's kids, I'm doing so good, how are you? There's some kids out here that just naturally got it. Thank you. There's some kids out here that just naturally got it. Like some kids, like, I don't know. Y'all go back and look at Jasmine Sullivan singing when she was 10 years old. Like, the girl was blowing like a grown woman. Okay? And she was a kid. It's okay for people to buy their kids stuff, even if it's not the thing that you would expect. Like, I didn't have a problem with what she did. Yeah, she was bad at it, and that's crazy. People be so mad. Like, when you don't get something, you gotta know when to just accept it and just let it go. It's not your time. That's it. Like, okay, it's unfair that people is able to buy stuff, but that's just how the world works. That's just how the world works. And you can't be mad at people for spending their money on their kid. Like, oh, she's privileged because her mother bought this. They're showing you how show business works, and people still just not picking it up. She beat you out because she had a couple dollars. Like, you can't be mad. And also, wait your turn. You might not have got that role, but maybe you'll get a different one. If you keep trying something, eventually it'll be your time and you'll get it. But to sit up there and complain about it, and I've seen so many videos on TikTok where the people was like, oh, my daughter auditioned or my son auditioned for the role and they didn't get it. It wasn't their time. It wasn't their moment. And that's okay too. But I love Kim for the boss up. Like, people be hating on Kim Kardashian, but she be tearing y'all up. And she gonna keep her name out there any way she can. Because when you think about it, Kim came on the scene with Paris Hilton. She outlasted Paris Hilton by a long shot. And Paris Hilton is still around, but she's not, Paris Hilton is still around, but she's not nearly as popular as she was when she first was, like, you know, on the scene, hitting the streets. Who, Kim Kardashian? Yes. I feel like people be hating on her. I always watched them from back in the day. And yeah, they talented. I mean, yeah, they rich for doing nothing, but wouldn't you want to be rich for doing nothing? Like, it sounds like y'all be hating to me. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know. If I could be rich for just doing nothing and I hump somebody real quick on the tape and then the next thing I know, well, I mean, I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying. Kim done humped somebody on the tape and she stayed afloat from that tape. And people be knocking her hustle. But Kim is all over the place. Like, she's literally one of the sponsors of the NBA with Skims. No, people say that. That's what they say about her. They've done multiple business ventures, and all of their business ventures weren't great business ventures, but they still managed to stay in the spotlight throughout all the different things that they tried and did. So you can't be mad at that. Like me. Did you watch their new episode? Because the Kardashians just came back on Hulu. They show just came back on. And I just like how extravagant they are. Like, when they have parties and stuff, they decorations, and how Kim goes all out for the holidays for her kids and all of that. That's cool. Like, I like it. I don't know. I don't really care who she be sleeping with. True. I don't care. But people be too wrapped up into people's personal lives and all of that. Like, oh, they love black men and they so like, what's the matter with loving black men? They be turned up. I don't know, but I'm not mad at them. But the people was having a hard time with Northwest being up there doing that performance. Yeah, I would say Kylie is right underneath Kim. Like, what you think? But you know what I hate about TikTok? Like, I be on TikTok a little bit. What's my name on TikTok? The best stylist in the world. Hi. I be on TikTok, but oh my God, they complain so much. They complain about everything on TikTok. They be so mad on TikTok about every single thing. Like, I seen, they talking about the braiding shop. So, y'all know how girls go, like, it's a lot of American braiders. Like, back when I used to just braid, like, it wasn't too many people, well, I don't know, because I think they said that it was something sketchy going on when they tried to buy her business, that her paperwork wasn't right, or that it was fake or something like that. I don't know, but Kim tore them up with that, with them skims. Kim be getting that money. But the hair braiding shop, right? So apparently it's offensive for you to call an African braiding shop the Africans, right? Like, oh, who braided your hair? The Africans. That's what people would say, right? And people are mad about that, saying it's disrespectful and blah, 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 whatever, which to me, I used to get my hair braided at African salons back in the day, right? And when you said, yo, I got my hair braided at the Africans, that was considered to be a flex. You know why? Because the Africans was charging $200 and up back in the 90s. So if you went to the Africans, that was a flex. Because you didn't get your hair braided on somebody's porch or on somebody's backyard or on a street corner. So, I don't know. They just be fighting so much over there. They be fighting too much over there for me. And if you can't say the Africans, you're not supposed, I guess you can't say the Dominicans either, because when people go and get the little blowouts or whatever with the rollers, when people would get the blowouts, you know, with the rollers and everything, they called that salon, oh, I went to the Dominicans. So is that offensive too? Like, there's no nationality shout out no more? Like, child, y'all too much for me. Y'all be in too much pain for me, honey. Then you got the girl, you flip through the comments, I mean through the videos, nothing but girls on there complaining. Like talking about, oh yeah, the air braid here is tight. It's cracked. You'll wake up in the morning and one of your braids be on the pillow. That's how tight they was. They would just give up on you in the middle of the night. That's why some of the little 90s girlies ain't got no edges. You go to the African braiding salon, you look up, they be done pulled your hair right off your scalp. And then they used to braid your hair super close together. And they will put a lot of hair on a small piece of your hair. So that's what will make your hair fall out. And the girl, they was giving the girls a run for their money back in the day. And it's funny because I used to go to this braiding shop. Yes, that's how it used to be. So tight. You had to either wet them down. Some people would take them out. Because they would be so tight for like 2 weeks. So tight. You couldn't do nothing. You couldn't look left. You couldn't look right. You couldn't look down. You couldn't do nothing. Well, yeah. I thought saying the Africans, I thought that was a flex. I didn't think that was something mean to say. Like, oh girl, I went to the Africans, get your money up. I ain't going to nobody's street corner. But hey, I guess I'm not a super emotional person when it comes to that. But back to the people, thank you. Back to the people that be complaining on TikTok. So there be a lot of girls talking about, oh, you shouldn't wear this to the club. You shouldn't wear that to the club. You shouldn't have on this, and you shouldn't wear a never full. Like, why are you bringing that to the club? Why do you care? Like, why do you care? If a girl comes to the club with a never full, right? What that got to do with you? What if she try to sneak her hammer in there? Like, what do that got to do with you? Mind your business. Are you supposed to wear an evening bag? Everybody don't want to wear an evening bag. What's up? Maybe she got her sneakers in there. Really? Why you cut your hair? Well, this is weave, and I had these in for like 2 months, going on my 3rd month. Because I be trying to like grow my hair out and stuff. But you can easily grow your hair back. I got 2 beverages. I was drinking my juice a minute ago. I was drinking my juice at the same time. You must have just missed it. That's funny. But if a girl want to wear a never full, no, baby, I ain't flexing on you. I just had to let you know. I'm watching this thing down, honey. But yeah, I actually had them on today when I went to the post office. They a little hot. You know it's warm today. I'm in Philly, but it's warm today, and they was a little hot. But yeah, y'all gotta stop worrying about other girls. But what I think be happening, right, with the females is that they get in front of these cameras and they really be talking about their friends and their family and stuff like that, right? But they want to try to make it seem like they're speaking in general, when in all actuality, somebody in your personal life, you want to tell them that, but you don't have the heart to tell them, so you try to get online and say it, you know, as a general statement. But it's just like, why are y'all so mean? Like, why are y'all so mean? Like, what is the problem? I don't pay females that much attention to be like, oh, what you, like, why you got on that? Like, either I like what you got on, and if I like what you got on, I'm gonna tell you. And, that's gonna be that. I'm not never gonna tell another female, oh, I don't like what you got going on. I just don't do that. I think it's weird. God bless you too, sweetheart. And I love you too. that's mean. Like, for me, bye, Sean. But for me, it just makes me look at you differently. Like, you really care that much about another female to say, like, it's one thing to make a joke about something, like, but to be like, oh, why y'all wearing this to the club? Why y'all doing that? Why do you care? Like, you care that much that you booted up your camera to get online and talk about a stranger? That don't even make sense. You really talking about somebody that you know. And Jesus Christ, between all the coochie products that they sell on TikTok, like, and all the coochie stuff I see, y'all nasty. They be putting some type of stuff up there. They be showing they discharge. It'd be a lot happening over there over on TikTok. They scare me. Maybe I'm too old to be over there. I don't know. But it looks like that. Y'all need all over body deodorant. Y'all need all types of suppositories. Y'all need all types of body wash, yoni wash, all this stuff. And y'all still stink? Something ain't adding up. Y'all just go jump in the casket at this point. Every other clip is somebody selling some coochie, some type of coochie juice or coochie product. Or drink this and your coochie gonna do this. Or do this and your coochie gonna do that. Like, what y'all coochie be smelling like? What be happening? That's probably that man you're sleeping with. You doing everything but stop sleeping with that man. Because a lot of times when you smell like something, you really smell like that man that you're sleeping with. That's the smell you smelling. I seen somebody online talking about they had BV for months. And all they had to do to cure it was drink some water. Huh? They scared me over on TikTok. And it's just everything is everything, everything. Don't do your hair like this. Don't wear your shoes like that. Don't shop at this store. Don't buy this from this place. Don't do, like, mind your business. I don't get that logic. And I guess maybe this is what's making the girls go viral, or they feel like that's cool. But if you friends with them type of people that post that type of stuff, question who they are as a person. Be careful around them, because they busting shots at you on the low. And that scares me. Women are dangerous. You hear me? And treacherous. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You be walking around thinking somebody your friend. Come to find out they only around you so they can find out your business and tell everybody. Or you mess with somebody that they cool with used to mess with, so now they trying to get cool with you so they can find out what you got going on. Like, females be having too much. They be having too much going on. I ain't got the time and I ain't got the brain capacity to be sitting up there trying to figure out who doing what and who trying to sneak up on me and do all of that. So I just stay to myself. But when I watch all the stuff that they be doing, these girls be doing on TikTok, I just be like, ain't nobody beat you up yet? I can't. My ice all stuck together. But yeah, they be staring at me. And y'all let me know. She doing everything but minding her business. viral for doing something, you know they just want to continue to keep doing it until people get tired of them. So eventually, the people will get tired of her, get tired of listening to her, then she will disappear like everybody else. But I definitely don't think she's a liar, because she's been around the industry for a really, really long time. And she's been around a lot of people, and she's done a lot of things. Like, and I'm talking about in Philadelphia and in the music industry. So, yeah. And then y'all know she used to be a dominatrix. So, when you be a part of that lifestyle, ain't no telling what you might come across or what you might hear. But I don't get mad at her. Like, sometimes I watch her videos, sometimes I don't. Hey, friend. Yup. And from the people that I personally, that I know, that she know, she don't be telling no lies on them. So, what would she stand to gain from lying about other people? Like, say for instance, Jill Scott. She don't be lying on that girl. Jill's just a lot more reserved. Like, if you peep Jill Scott, she's always by herself. She don't be with a whole bunch of females. But a part of that reason is because she'll do you dirty. And if you watch the show that she was on, I forget the name of the show, but it was on BET Plus. But it was her, and it had Deborah Cox on it, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name. But Deborah Cox thought she was going with this guy, or she thought this guy was, she was getting with this guy, or they was getting real close or whatever. And then Jill Scott swooped in and took her man. But that's what Jill Scott do. Jill Scott been taking people men since the 90s, honey. Since, and she sang about it. Jill Scott been taking men in a heartbeat. And the girls know. That's why they stays away from her. But all the neo-soul people, all the neo-soul people have super inflated egos. And none of them are cool with each other. And I don't know what went on with them behind the scenes. But as you could peep, all of them be all in different places. Like, they don't be trying to get together and do nothing. No. My toes is white. They don't be getting together and trying to do nothing. Because I don't even know what they might do. But call me crazy, right? Is this the most y'all ever seen? I like Jill Scott. I think she's pretty and I like her swag. Like, she definitely got the Philly girl. She definitely got the Philly girl swag about her. But, yeah. A lot of guys like her and they say she's like really mesmerizing. No, what do they say about them? They say Puff Daddy gonna come get me? Yeah, they say Jill Scott is a trip, honey. And y'all remember her song, You Getting in the Way of What I'm Feeling? She wasn't playing about that. And when things work for you, it's because you got some form of connection to it, you know? And when they put these people in roles and make them play certain roles, is because they have some form of connection to it. They can relate to it in some kind of way. Ah! I ain't never heard that before. That's funny. Y'all is so crazy. But y'all, Ashanti, call me crazy, but since Ashanti been pregnant, this is the most I've ever seen her perform in my life. Am I wrong? Or maybe I was just hi, good, how are you? Am I crazy? Or I never seen Ashanti perform so much. It's like you get pregnant and you've been working so hard. I like Ashanti. Hi. I like Ashanti, but girl, you a little bit older having that baby. I think you should be relaxing, because once that baby come out, that baby is going to drive you crazy. That baby is going to have you running ragged, girl. You should be relaxing. I don't know. She just seems, she always performed like she been performing all these years since since the early 2000s. Cause I don't know, I never really saw her perform that much. I mean, I would see little clips of her here and there, but I would see more of Ashanti, like when I would come across her, it would be like her performing and stuff. So I never really saw as many performances from her. But it's like now, every time, thank you, every time I see her now, she's performing. And I'm just like, girl, nothing better not be out there pimping you, girl. But they make a cute couple. They should have never broke up. And I hope they little thing work out since they got back together after all of these years. He better not pull no move on her after all this time and make her become a single mom. Cause they be liking to they be liking to play too much. These celebrity men be playing too much. I don't trust them, and I ain't even gonna lie. Like, Ashanti seems like she's really, really sweet. Yeah, I'm from Philly. Yes, that's Nelly, baby. Yeah. Ashanti seems like she's a really, really sweet girl. And if he make that lady a single mom, I don't know what I might do. And especially since she waited too long. Well, I ain't gonna do nothing, but thank you. I ain't gonna do nothing, but she's so late in the game, like having a baby. So it's gonna be a lot of, it's gonna be a lot of work for her. And who knows? Maybe she's trying to stay in shape, or maybe she's just trying to stay active while she's pregnant. But I just never seen her perform so much. It seems like every time I see her, it's a new clip of her performing while she's pregnant. But you can't knock the hustle. Get your money, girl, for as long as you can. Because has she released any new projects lately? If she's still touring and singing her same songs that she was singing from the early 2000s, more power to you. Get your money, girl. And the people be really happy to see her. Like, people really be, into it when she be performing. Don't be a hater. How was I hating? I don't think y'all be knowing what that word actually means. Because I did not. Oh, okay. So maybe that's why. I didn't know that. Ja Rule be out there performing. Ashanti versus Maya, as far as what? Ashanti only has like a few songs that I like, maybe 2 or 3. I'm going with Maya. Like, as far as singing, like songs. I just seen the clip of Maya performing too. Maya is so adorable. She still look the same. Like, you can tell she's like, you know, grown, but she still look cute. And I'm glad that she didn't fall victim to like the beauty industry, because that's a slippery slope. Because sometimes the girls be good. How are you? How you doing, Megan? How you doing today? Sometimes the girls, yes, Maya is gorgeous. Sometimes the girls fall victim to, you know, Hollywood and all of that stuff that they be doing, and all of this little skin stuff, and all of these cosmetic surgeries, and then they turn out not looking too hot. And I can appreciate when people say, like, I saw a clip of Black China and she was just like, yo, I was looking crazy. Like, when I had them fillers, I was looking crazy. Well, I think they cheated Maya because Maya, she just wasn't willing to do all the little shenanigans that they wanted her to do. And she wasn't really, you know, she wasn't really passed around like a lot of the other girls were. Like, a lot of those girls that came out in the 90s and the 2000s, when you hear about them today and you hear about all of the stuff that they was doing back in the day, they was getting passed around. But you never really hear too much about Maya. Tyla. Tyla scares me because she looks so innocent, right? And when I saw her at the Met Gala, I instantly got scared. Because I'm like, what are they going to do to that girl? I hope that she stays, like, she has a team or a group of people around her that will protect her, because she seems so innocent. But, you know, when you get into that industry, it's like, if you're not going to do certain things, they're going to get rid of you. Or they're going to either tarnish your image, or they're not going to work with you no more. But she's still pretty new. So we'll see what happens around about her. I don't know how many actual albums. Actually, let me look on my phone and see how many albums she actually has, because I don't know. I only know the song that kind of like went viral. And she got the song Art. Like, I seen that video one night on the late night. But I don't know how many albums, because a lot of times when people's music take off, they just have this one song that take off, and then you look them up, they be done had, this be their 5th album already. But let me see. I don't know. It's looking like she's had a few singles, like, over the past few years, like 2019, she's on a single. 2021, 2022. It appears as though she has a bunch of singles. Did she drop an album? Well, you know what? I'm on the fence about that, only because it doesn't appear as though Tyla has an album. She has only an EP, it looks like. Unless it's just not on Tidal. But her first album just came out. She already has a Grammy. Who, Tyla? This be considered this? Okay, this is the album. So she had 2 singles off of this right here. I don't know, because I think Jay-Z definitely wanted her real bad, but I don't know if he actually got her though. I don't know. Because they were saying that that was a big rumor back in the day when they had that Best of Me song. They were saying that them two was messing around. And remember, they had the matching jerseys and she had the jersey dress on, and they were saying that she was messing around with him. But that's kind of like what gets the fans going and gets people into the record when they say. But Jay-Z ran down on a lot of the girls. Jay-Z ran down on a lot of the 90s girls. But sometimes I be kind of like on the fence about it, because it seemed like she would have been somebody that Jay-Z would have took serious. Because they all was all over Aaliyah. And if you ask me, it was kind of a little bit scary. For her to be so young and the way they was acting, like, I don't know. They scared me. They definitely had an unhealthy obsession with Aaliyah. But it could have been the fact that they knew what was going on between her and R. Kelly. So it's like, oh, if R. Kelly got a chance, then so do I. Because Aaliyah was never in that, that girl's circle of young girls. Like, how they had the Brandy versus Monica and just, then it was the groups. They had their own separate thing going on, but Aaliyah was never mixed in with them. Like, Aaliyah was never mixed in with the ushers and with the young crowd of people. She was always with the adults. And when I was younger, I didn't even realize that Aaliyah was that young. I didn't realize Aaliyah was that young. And because of the content, I loved Brandy. But they say she was really, really mean. But Brandy was messing with Wanye from Boyz II Men. That was really a real thing. Until who came along and stole her man? What's the girl that sang "Was I Will Be Africa"? Until Adina Howard. They say Adina Howard came along and stole her man. But Brandy, she always gave off like, I'm better than everybody else. She did have like a little nasty vibe to her, but she was really, she was a good entertainer back in the day. And she had a lot of stuff going. Now, don't even get me started on that, because why she ain't never tell us what was on that note. Girl, you was on the docket until further notice. She always been on the docket for me. And for me personally, like, I'm Joe Blow from up the block. I'm Bonquisha that nobody knows. I'm not sitting my $2 behind in no hotel bathtub. So I just don't see somebody of Whitney Houston's stature sitting down in a bathtub in a hotel. Like, you got a tub at the crib. That story just never really sat well with me. And especially the fact that they continued to carry on with everything that was going on after something so tragic happened. It's just like that part of it spoke volumes, and I didn't like that at all. Like, somebody that's like literally a icon in the music business is gone. And it's not like it happened a couple days before, or it happened, Um, it happened, at some other time, it happened right then and there during the Grammys, and it almost seems as if y'all needed or wanted that to happen to her, or y'all knew that's what was going to happen to her. Right? Who sits down in a hotel bathtub? Like, who does that? My skin crawling just thinking about it. I barely be wanting to put my feet in the shower. I don't like that. And them people don't clean properly. And even if you go in there with your own cleaning products, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Now you know. Because that was the only way in back in the day too. The girls was sleeping with somebody. Like when they came about, they were always linked to a male. Like these females were always linked to a male. Am I mad about what? Like, and for real, if you think back, nobody paid Jay-Z any attention until Ain't No Nigga. So Foxy kind of put him on the map, on the low, if you ask me, my personal opinion. And where's their relationship? Like, why don't they have a relationship? Like, you know how Lil' Kim has a relationship with Puff? And they fell out before and whatever have you. But they're still, they still have some form of relationship. Why doesn't Foxy and Jay-Z have no type of relationship? Like, you never see them together. Like, when was the last time you seen them two together? It just seems a little suspicious. But Jay-Z has this mysterious personality. Like, he has this, one thing you could tell about Jay-Z is that he's a user. Like, he'll use you in a heartbeat. Like, when you have somebody like, I remember Timbaland doing this interview about, where he was talking about the nigga what, nigga who beat. And he was saying how, he only charged Jay-Z $50,000 for the beat because he thought they were friends, which I don't know where they stand now, but that was kind of like a big song for him. And if that's your homie, you should have made sure that he ate as well as you did off the record. But when you're a user and you're using people, of course I'm gonna use, oh yeah, we friends. Like, yeah, like, let me get this, we friends. Until I get what I want from you. And then you can go to hell after that. So, I don't know. That music business is tricky. And I think the girls are sleeping with the guys, and the guys are sleeping with the guys too. Yeah, but if you already had money, right? If you already had money and you actually had the money to pay your homie what they're actually worth, why wouldn't you do it? That's a little shady to me. Because I'm not going, if you're my friend or I consider you to be a friend, I'm going to pay your price. I'm definitely not going to shortchange you. Hi, baby. They ain't tell you I was live. You know they always be doing that. You know they always do that. The notifications do not be coming up. I don't know why it's like that. That's crazy. Timbaland gave him the friendship price, which is the point. That's the point. because he thought it was friends. And then when he got, you gonna shoot them an email? He gave them the friendship price because he thought they were friends. That's the problem. Pay people what they're worth instead of trying to pretend like you're somebody's friend to get what you want and then toss them back in the water after you get what you want. So it's not that it's a problem. It's just that speaks volumes to who you are as a person. You're a user and a manipulator. Like, think of all the people that's from Philadelphia. Like, say for instance, like Made in America. Well, you know, Made in America haven't been here in a few years. But say for instance, Made in America, right? How is Jay-Z even able to come into a city where he robbed all the rappers that he worked with? And where you robbed all the rappers that you worked with, and then you turn around and have a festival every year in their city? Like, I'd have stolen. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, cause the Young Guns back in the day, they had hits. They was making money. They was touring. They was doing all that. They was doing a lot. They was getting to a couple dollars. Why didn't they get their money? What was we talking about? We was talking about Northwest and her performance. Did you see her performance? Did you see her Lion King performance? And you know what's so funny about Northwest's little Lion King performance? I thought that was like some type of school thing. No, he did all of them dirty. He did all of the rappers that was from Philadelphia. He did all of them dirty. Every last one of them. He did all of them dirty. And it's a video. Please go look it up. She was Simba and it was a train wreck. It was a train wreck. But I was saying how I liked it because Kim bossed up and paid for her daughter to get that role. And I'm not mad. But the girls who had kids who actually auditioned and thought they was gonna get the part, they the ones that's mad. Get your money up. That's all I got to say. All right, we got robbed. You too. Yeah. They robbed all of them. Like, yeah. And Philly guys, if they can't do nothing, they can rap. Like, to be honest, the majority, probably 85% of Philadelphia people can rap. Like, if you tap an old lady on her shoulder in Philadelphia, she probably can give you a hot 16. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. But yes, I love the Young Guns too. No, they had a nice little solid run, but something happened. You know, once that whole Rockefeller split transpired, it was kind of like over. Because remember when they had God bless you too. Remember when they had the song with Nelly when they did the Right There remix? When they did the Right There remix, hi. They were going up. Good. They were like on the rise, like they were going up. And they had their own little, you know, hit songs that was in rotation. They did tours. And you mean they got the worker mentality? Because I ain't never really worked nowhere a day in my life. But yeah, I get what you mean by that. The problem with, thank you. The problem with, I would say, with Philadelphia people is they don't believe in themselves. Like, the stuff that we do that people consider to be talent is just regular everyday stuff for us. So we don't even look at this random stuff that we do, Philadelphia. We don't even look at the random stuff that we do and see it as a talent. Because so many things that we do in this city, everybody else does it too. So it's like, it's not that you don't really stand out in Philadelphia until you go to another state. Like, when you think of people that leave Philadelphia and go to New York, they go to Atlanta, they go to California, they make it so quick because Philly people just have that personality, they have that swag, they have that jargon, they have that, you know, that vernacular. And, you know, they can engage with people and pull people in real quick. So, you know what the thing was with Beans? I feel like Beanie Siegel was still too street for where he ended up in. Because where Jay-Z started backing up from him, which I think that was Jay-Z plan from the beginning. I think Jay-Z had that plan that he was going to run it up with a group of people. And, you know, he was going to get all he could get from them, and then he was going to move on. Like, I feel like that was initially his plan, period. Whereas everybody else was viewing it as him being, them all being a family. You know what I'm saying? And Philly people are super family oriented. Like Philly people, if they consider you to be a family, or they consider you to be, you know, somebody that they really care about, or somebody that they really mess with, especially if you put them in a position to win, or you do certain things for them. But, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's so many people on drugs that could still get up there and do their jobs. At the end of the day, if Beanie Siegel wasn't in the streets and still doing street stuff, he would have been cool. But yeah, Freeway and all of them, Freeway is still around. I seen him, and it's so funny because when you see those guys randomly in the street, you be so surprised, but you don't at the same time, because it's just like, I mean, well, they are from Philadelphia. But what else did you want? Did he give him that, or did Beanie Siegel earn that? Because I don't think you can give somebody anything. You have to be willing to actually put the work in yourself. And state property was not, you know, they put out solid bodies of work. It's just that everything else that was going on outside of the music business was overshadowing what they were doing business-wise. I actually got a chicken video on here. If you look, I got an air fryer chicken video on my channel that is a short, and it's really quick. But if you, what kind of chicken you trying to cook? Ooh, I think they fighting. I heard Jamie talking about, but no, at the end of the day, you can't give somebody anything, because the people still have to do the work. You still have to do the work. You still have to work on the music. You still have to lay down those bars. You still have to do the tracks. You still have to, I saw you with blue hair. That was a long time ago. My hair done been every color under the sun. Blue, red, pink, blonde, white, yellow, orange, black, burgundy. My hair done been every color you could think of. I definitely got chicken video. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me go take a peek outside real quick. Oh no, black people always think somebody fighting. How many albums? That's why state property. flopped. No, I'm gonna say it again. They were doing too much street stuff. They were doing drugs. They were also living the life of hustlers and being in the streets. Hi. They were in the streets. So when you half in the street and half in a different industry, one of them is going to get more attention. And I feel like they were young back then. So they didn't really have, like, say for instance, when you could do something, like, just because you can rap, don't mean you're going to get up there and know how to run a business or know how the music business works. And I don't think, I don't know. Petey Crack had a couple mixtapes, but I don't know. I done did so much. I done had short hair. I done had the low cut. I done had a bowl cut. I done had straight hair, long hair, short. Like, I switched my hair up in a heartbeat. But you know, that come from me being in the hair industry, child. I was always doing something. But now I'm in the phase where I'm like growing my hair out, like my natural hair. So I try to like keep it braided up or keep it in a style where I really ain't gonna touch it too much and just grease my scalp and go sit down somewhere. Because when you be switching it up and doing all of that different stuff to it, you get you know, you be tearing your hair up. Yeah. And do you remember him and Cam when they was beefing? Like when they was doing like the little diss, when they was dissing each other back in the day? Yeah, I'm definitely not blaming how their careers went on Jay-Z at all. But what I'm saying is, I feel like Jay-Z ain't want to deal with all the street shit that the Philly niggas was doing. I could be in African booths. What? When? Around the time when that happened? Yeah. But again, those Philly boys made Jay-Z who he was. Kinda, sorta. Like, and especially as far as like people can say what they want. Oh yeah, definitely. Because Jay-Z, I feel like Jay-Z was a rapper that knew how to rap, but he knew about business. Like, those Philly niggas ain't know nothing about the business. And they probably still don't. They, African Americans. No, we love talking about all kinds of stuff. I just love talking, period. Like, I love talking and connecting with people and just talking about any. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, what you want to talk about, so we can talk about that too. Yeah, I remember Cam was driving to DC and his random got popping shoes too. Hey friend, where you been? I don't remember that. I feel like I remember Cam getting shot, but I thought it happened in New York. But then again, like in the early 2000s, I had a kid, so I had a baby, so I ain't really had my ear to the street all the way like that. But I still listened to music, but I didn't really, I didn't really get full stories. And everything is not how information floats around now today. It wasn't like that back then. Like, well, Cameron is somebody that I think Cameron is out of control. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I talk about that, but I don't know about sports. I'm not a sports girl. I don't be knowing what be going on with sports. Cameron was wild, and so was Dame. Dame Dash was wild, but Dame has the personality. Like, Dame Dash is somebody too who has always been a boss, and Dame Dash did not want to work with the white man. Dame Dash wanted to control the narrative of everything they had going on, whereas Jay-Z was cool with working with other people. Yes, I've been to a 76ers game. I've been to the games a couple times. But I would go to a game and watch the game, but like me sitting there watching it in front of a TV, heck no. Yeah, I've been to the Sixers game a couple times. And have I been to I've been to a Phillies game before. And I've been to, have I been to a football game before? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been to a football game. I'm learning about your culture so bad. I'm married. If anywhere from girl, I would be to understand the context before she comes to it. Why do you call us booty scratchers? I don't know. That was just a buzz from back in the day that I don't know where that came from. I really don't. I don't know what necessarily that meant either. Like, what is an African booty scratcher? Like, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what that means at all. But people used to say that back in the day, and it just, I never really even thought it was funny. Like, it was just something people used to say about African people. But you ain't even had to be African. You could be Jamaican, you could be Haitian, you could be whatever, and they still was gonna call you an African booty scratcher. They had a name for everybody, so I just wouldn't even pay that no attention. Because that's all, one thing black people was gonna do is roast you, and it might not even make no sense, but they still gonna do it. Hey, Allen Iverson had the city on smash. If you was from Philadelphia and you was around when Iverson was running the streets, when he was on the Sixers, he had the city lit. He had the city lit. Yes, he had everybody rocking the braids. He took it there with the tats. Like, tattoos has always been a Philadelphia thing though. Like, especially in the neighborhood where I'm from, because a lot of people came to, a lot of people went to the tattoo shop that was around my neighborhood and, you know, got their tattoos and stuff done. It was called Popcorns, which I don't know if they still open, but it was like Popcorns, and then later on it was Ill Skills, but they was like really, really good tattoo artists, like the best in the city. So they've always been, that's all, tattoos has always been a part of Philadelphia culture, period. Like, but yeah, and then I thought it was so cool that it used to be Iverson's mom that was braiding his hair. Yes, he sure is, but the city used to show him so much love, and Iverson really used to be out. Like, he really used to be out in the streets. Oh, thank you. Iverson really used to be in the streets. He used to be like, you would see him pulling up in his Bentley like at a random spot, like that you didn't even expect. Well, I have so many. This right here got so much stuff on it, like, I consider it to be like a party on my arm, but it got so many different things. Like, the scissors was because I did hair in the blow dryer. And I got the little love sign for Love Park in Philadelphia. It says Maria Maria, that's my mother's name. And just like hearts and pearls. And then I got like a breast cancer ribbon right there. That's for my grandma. And then the music notes and like the music notes and stuff was like because my dad played music. So it was just like a whole representation of everything that was important in my life right there. And then I have a rose on my leg. And this is the day my daughter was born on, but it's also a cover up. And then this right here was a Japanese sign that says, allegedly says passion. That's what they told me. I wonder why Islam is so big in Philly. Um, I have a few theories about that, and I don't know if I can say it here. They might kick me off. Don't get me started on that. But you know, it's a yes. It is a yes, and her name is on there 2 times, and I got Maria from the song and the music notes because my dad plays the guitar, so that's why that's there. Thank you. So many Muslims in Philly because number one, I feel like sometimes I be doing my little karaoke thing. You gotta go and look at my channel because I'm about to do a show for that coming up. It's coming up really soon. I'm just getting the software and all of that stuff that I need to use to be able to add people on here figured out. But if you look on my channel, you can see. A lot of guys convert in jail. Yup, I was just about to say that. So we have a big group of guys in Philadelphia that goes to jail, and you know, some of them become Muslim for protection, and then a lot of the women become Muslim. And again, this is not all. A lot of the women become Muslim because they might meet a guy and that's what he's into, so they'll turn around and, you know, take their shahada because of the guy that they like. And it's just a whole, like, but I know so many people that's been of Muslim faith for so many different things. It became super popular too when, do y'all remember the Million Man March? Because I feel like around that time, then why would you say that? A lot of them write, you stupid. But no, seriously, that is how it go. But I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know if y'all remember. If y'all remember, you know, made me forget what I was trying to say. The Million Man March. Around that time when the Million Man March hit, a lot of people felt as though that religion was more geared towards black people. So I feel like a lot of people converted to Islam around that time as well. So it's so many different things, but Philadelphia is just a melting pot, I feel like, of everything. Like everything. So yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on in Philadelphia. A lot. You got a lot of things happening in Philadelphia. Like Philly just has a lot. You should give them people. Who? Yes. And you know, Philadelphia people will beat you up. That's one thing for sure too. Philly people can fight. A lot of people be yelling out stuff like, what? I'm from North Philly. What? I'm from so-and-so. North Philly is the most popular one. But Philly people will beat you up. Real bad. Like, again, you could tap a grandma on her shoulder and tell her to square up. The grandma might beat you up. For real. Like, yes. And Philadelphia has a good sound too. Like, a lot of people, Philadelphia is popular for a lot of sounds and music. And a lot of, you know, certain little energies and stuff. Like when you think of like a Frankie Beverly and Maze, which did y'all see Frankie Beverly? He got his they named the block after him, which I got to go up there and go see it. It's in Germantown somewhere where he's from. I don't want to say the wrong place, but he had a I put up a video of him just not too long ago. Like, what happened to Peanut Live? He was so funny and such a good depiction of how crazy people is in Philadelphia. Yes, because his health is not, he's not, you know, in the best of health anymore, and he should just enjoy his time here that he has left. You know what I'm saying? Like, give him a rest and a break. But I love the fact that they named the block after him, and I'm definitely going up there to go see with my own two eyes. And y'all know Patti LaBelle just turned 80. What was it, like Friday? Oh, did they? Did they switch the date? Because it was raining real bad that day. It was raining that day. Because I was like, I was going to go up there that day, but it was raining. I'm like, I ain't going out there. Ooh. Is that the name of the book? Islam in Africa? Because I would definitely buy it. I like to read. I like to read books. Yeah, Patti is 80, and Patti just finally coming into her looks, child. No shade. Because Patti went through a couple changes in her life. And she be really looking nice now. I love Patti too, but I want her to sit on down. I definitely want her to sit on down. What, the Frankie Beverly thing? I'm going to the Dell this summer. Is we going to the Dell as a collective? Because I'm going to the Dell this summer. Yeah, Patti, it's time for her to wrap it up. And I want her to wrap up them pies. Because we ain't like them pies. That's no shade. I love her. And I'm glad she made her money. But them pies wasn't it. Them pies was not it. Somebody said, I just had a cheesesteak. It was so delicious. It depends on where you get it from. A lot of the popular places that they name and that they send people that's not from here to, they're overrated 100%. But if you can find a place that makes a really, really good one, they're delicious. Yes, we is going to the Dell. Who we going to go see, y'all? We got to put it together as a collective. Is she gonna be there? What's her date? Because I know last time I was on here, I feel like I read them off. I'm about to pull it up again so I can see. Let me see who's gonna be on here. Okay, I definitely want to see her. Oh, yeah. August the 29th is the date. Yes, do that. And oop, y'all, they tearing these tickets up. Y'all see it? It ain't too many of them left. Sometimes ain't nothing wrong with the lawn seats. Look, I remember back in the day, we went to go see Ashford and Simpson. We was on the lawn. We was having a good time. They be lit on the lawn. What? The lawn is lit. Don't be ashamed, because people be having a better time on the lawn than they do there sitting down there in them seats. Oh yeah, they don't play. They don't play in the city, especially when it get Especially when it start getting warm and your ox come outside. Everybody peel back their layers and start coming outside. Yep. Whatever you did in the wintertime, they just might get you. You know what? I don't even care if she do, because I want to see her. I do want to see her, but don't she look just like, well, Nikki looked like her. And she done lost weight. I don't know if she's on the Olympic too, like everybody else, but she done lost more weight. Because she was getting skinny over time, but she done lost even more weight. I just seen a clip of her on TikTok performing somewhere. Oh, okay. Well, look, you gotta get it how you live. That's cool too, cause you can still hear the music. I remember back in the day when R. Kelly was performing there and we was outside. We was cause my family is from around there too. So if you was just outside, you could still hear the music. Like you could hear them performing. Yeah, a lot of people was getting a shot. But I'm just scared for everybody because I just feel like y'all gonna end up on a commercial. If you or anybody you know has taken Ozempic, dial this number. You may be entitled to compensation. I'm scared. I'm scared for the people. But whatever people want to do, people gonna do anything but get on a diet and work out. Yes, I love it. I love the Dell. I love the Dell. The Dell has always been a staple. And people be fronting on the Dell East, but they be having some good stuff going on over there. And especially back in the day. Like, they used to be turning up over there back in the day. But I like it. I like it. I like everything about it. What, at the Dell East? Yeah, it's like an outdoor, it's like where they have the summer concerts at, where people come and perform. But it's normally like the older acts and like the, you know, like the people, I don't feel like the newer generation be coming out there really like that, which I feel like they should because it's cool. But I don't know if maybe people be thinking they too good to go over there. I don't know, but the Dell always been a good time, from what I know. But yeah, we going, y'all. We going to go see Chaka Khan, and we going to go see. Who else is we going to go see? And the tickets is only, they got, some of the tickets is $55, some of them is $110. So it's not expensive at all. And a part of me, Jodeci is going to be there on the 31st. A part of me wants to go see them. Yeah, but it don't have to be the rappers. It could be like the singers, you know? I don't feel like the singers would bring out that wild crowd. But then again, you don't never know. Because nowadays, the girls be shooting too. Yeah, you definitely got a point about that. But I mean more so like R&B singers. Not like rappers. Although they did used to... DMX was there back in the day. You remember when DMX was there? And this was like DMX in his prime. Like... What y'all think about Charlie Wilson? Y'all like Charlie Wilson? Because he gonna be there too. Charlie Wilson is gonna be July the 16th. Yeah, he gonna be there in July. I'm always hurting. do one thing, you be hurting. But yeah, y'all, we going, and I'm dead serious. You did. I think the Ozzy brothers gonna be there again this year. Oh, you drawing, like, that means, like, you doing too much, or, like, you overdoing it. Like, you doing too much. Like, or you taking it too far, basically. That's what that means. And when you from the city, like, you can tell people that's not from the city because they don't know. Like, when you say you're going to North Philly, or you describe it, like, everybody says, I'm going down North Philly, which that's not technically, like, how do you go down North Philly? But, yeah. We could tell you're not from Philadelphia if you don't say you're going down North Philly. Like, even if you from South Philly, you say, I'm going, like, you from Northeast, wherever you're from, you say, I'm going down North Philly. Weird, but what else? Yeah. Yep. And that's why I always miss them, because I will always be at work. I will always miss the shows because I was always at work. But now, I can actually go. Let me go on there. I'm about to go on there and, wait a minute, let me look it up. Peace, unity, love. I don't see it. Maybe that might be why I don't see it. Because I was about to say, I don't think it's up here. That might be why it's not popping up. Let me see. Hi. What you got a picture of? I don't see it. So either I must have subscribed already. I must be subscribed already because it's not coming up on my search. I'm gonna have to wait until I can flip through. It's probably already, I'm probably already subscribed. Meet across from the old wind pen in a gas station. I do my own hair. I do my own hair and my own nails. Actually, I did hair for 25 years, but I don't do hair no more. I used to have a hair salon, but I don't do hair anymore. And wait, y'all, did y'all see? Did y'all see? They said something happened to Mike Tyson on the airplane. Something he done took and fell out, y'all, or something. He done took and fell out. I be all over the place with it. I try to do it straight through. So like with a style like this, I have loose braids. Like these are the crochet dreads, but I have them installed individually. So when I braid my hair, like I'll do the plaits all at once, and then I'll go back and start doing the crochet part. But it normally will take me like a day because I be playing around. Like I'll start, stop. So, but if I do it straight through, it only take me like a couple hours, like maybe 4 or 5 hours for a style like this. But if I do like braids or like cornrows or something, it'll take me like probably like 8 hours. Yeah, what happened with that? They better not pull no stunts. Cause I just feel like, you know, he got that fight coming up. I loves me some Mike Tyson. You know he got that fight coming up. Yeah, I be trying to get it done. I be trying to like brace myself and be like, all right, now I give myself a certain time frame, and I normally be having somewhere to go the next day, so I do that to myself, so I know like, girl, you got to get it done in this one day, like, because when I used to braid my hair back in the day, but I was actually working, sometimes it'll take me like 2 weeks to do my whole head. Ridiculous. Who, Mike Tyson or the other guy? What happened? Why are they not saying? You know Mike Tyson will take a dive in a heartbeat for that money. Because I remember when he was going and then he came back. I forget who he was fighting when he came back. But he said that, like, look, I just needed the money. You think he's going to take I don't want him to take a dive only because of how it's set up. Like, it just seems so weird. Really. And you know Mike Tyson be high. I don't know. I just don't want him to lose this fight because you know, a lot of people don't take that other guy as like a serious professional boxer. And I feel like if he takes a dive, like if he wins against Mike Tyson, he's going to end up being that person. Like, they're going to have no choice but to take him professionally if he beats somebody like Mike Tyson. You know? And I don't like that. So I hope he wins strictly off of, you know, I hope he doesn't take a dive and takes it seriously. But I don't want him to do it at all. Let me just start there. I don't want him to do the match at all because I just feel like he's older and he's done that already and he's doing so many other things now that why he's getting pulled back into the boxing, I just don't like. You had your time with that. Like, you're like a 60-year-old man. And not saying just because you're in shape doesn't mean you won't hurt yourself. So I'm kind of scared for him. And especially now since they saying that he's having like health issues. Like, boy, go sit down for real. Because I ain't got time. Because if you get up there and that boy knock doo-doo out you on this Netflix special, I'm going to be mad. For real. I'm going to cancel my subscription and everything. They are. They are. They are. But, you know, a lot of people just don't respect them because of where they come from. Like, when you something, but that's just the way the world is, period. Like, when they know you, like, when people know you for being one thing and then you try to be something else, like, people never want to let go of what you used to be. So, yeah, definitely. And I think boxing is, once you get to a certain level, it's all about politics, period. Like, I feel like it's all about what these companies want to happen behind the scenes. But Mike, it was no denying. Like, Mike back in the day, he was a monster. Like, he was serious about them knockouts. And things were just way more entertaining back in the day than they are today. Like, I watch boxing now and I just be bored. Like, y'all don't think these boxing matches is boring? Like, and no lie, no shade to Floyd Mayweather, but I never was entertained by his fights. They didn't do it for me. Like, when you come from that era of, like, Mike Tyson, you don't want to see none of this stuff that they doing today. Like, I like Tank. I like, what's the other guy name that I like? I can't think of his name right now. I do believe that. I do believe they be stacking the deck on these boxing matches. Yeah, it was over. Like, back in the day, when people used to really, for real, do the pay-per-view. And yeah, and all that, making people chase you and not wanting to get hit and trying to, like, just, I ain't like this fighting style. Like, get in the field and really give us a fight. Like, I didn't pay for this. This is not what I paid to see. But back in the day, when you rented that boxing match, that pay-per-view, people used to be hot as a biscuit, because you look up and the fight be 23 seconds. And you done gave them your $50 and the fight is over. But, you know, we was always having a party, so it wasn't that big of a deal. You know, it was always like food and liquor and, you know, it was other stuff going on. So you didn't really care. But it still was super exciting because it became this thing where people would be like, how quick you think he gonna knock this person out? Or what round you think he gonna knock this person out? And until Mike Tyson started getting sloppy. And, you know, again, these people personal lives be messing everything they got going on up. Because with that little sexual situation that Mike Tyson said, the funniest thing he ever said, when that man interviewed him, he asked him what was going on, and he was like, I broke my back. And he was like, well, what was it? Like a vertebrae or something? He was like, spinal. That nigga said spinal. He had me on the floor with that. Like, he had me on the floor with that spinal. That is so funny. But what was I just now talking about? Mike Tyson was really so crazy, and his press conferences was crazy. Yes, he did say that. He was like, come here, you little punk white boy. Remember that? He was like, he said he was going to pull his thing out and do it to somebody in the butt or something. He was so crazy. But, oh no, what I was about to say about Mike Tyson, you know, when that girl had hollered that he had scraped her or whatever. And then when he was messing with Robin Givens, and you know, Robin Givens thought she was funny, but in all actuality, she ruined her own career. Because after she did all of that nonsense with Mike Tyson, that was it for her. But yeah, Mike Tyson is a character. He's very, very entertaining. I love him. I think he's hilarious. Well, I have an app on my TV called that has like all the channels and all the sports packages and everything. It's called Hot Shot Streams. So that's where I'll be watching all the little like all the little stuff at like pay-per-view and all of that. She played in, yeah, well she did, but I feel like things kind of slowed down for her after she, cause do you remember that interview that she did with Mike Tyson? And it just seemed like he was just sitting there like he was sedated or something. Mike Tyson is nuts, but he be selling it, and he might be a little. You'll never know with these guys. He might take a little booty here and there. Yeah, that interview was so crazy. It was almost like he definitely is. You'll never know what he gonna say, but I believe that he might go a little to the left sometimes, because some of that stuff he be yelling out, you don't just say that stuff and you don't be sick. Like, some part of you ain't ever try that or do that. But remember, he had went to jail, and that's when he got out of jail, that's when he really started saying all types of wild stuff and talking about I'll eat your babies and all of that crazy nonsense that he was saying. That's when he started that mess. So, who knows? He might be a little booty tapper. That's funny. You can't put nothing past these celebrities. And they be talking about the women and how, oh, women is whores and all of that. But I feel like with these men, if the price is right, they just might too. And somebody asked me a long time ago up here, this question just popped in my head, that somebody said, do people in Philadelphia respect Meek Mills? Respect him for what? Like his music was cool at a point, but I don't know. I'm about tired of Netflix. Because every time you keep going up, they keep going up, but the content ain't going up. But what I think is going to end up happening is, I think Netflix is probably going to end up merging with somebody. Like, Netflix is going to end up buying somebody out, and they going to merge with one of these other companies, because they still have yet to merge with somebody like all the other, like Disney Plus and all of that stuff. I think they are going to end up doing that at some point. But yeah, Mike is a little sketchy. Some of the stuff he say is a little sketchy. I don't know. But you know, if that's his thing, more power to him. Do your thing, but I don't know. And remember when he cursed Don King out that time? Don King tried to be his friend. He cursed Don King out. But I don't know, y'all. I'm scared. I'm scared for Mike. I'm scared for him. I don't know what he might do in this fight, if they talking about his health ain't that good. Because ain't it's coming up, it's next month, right? Is it in June or is it in July? Because don't be going to get in no boxing ring with no diarrhea now. You is too old for that. I believe that too. I believe that too. I saw that. Because Boosie said something real crazy to him, and Mike said something real crazy back. I did see that. But who's not scared of Mike Tyson? Like, I wouldn't even play with him in no type of way. Like, I wouldn't even tell Mike a knock-knock joke. Like, I would not play with him at all. Like, you just never know what's going to set him off. Who fighting? Who fighting this Saturday? Right, right. But all of these celebrity kids, all of these celebrity kids just be having a whole bunch of stuff going on. But why do they even share this stuff? Like, why do they even put their kids' business out there like that? Like, I don't be liking it. That's just like what you call them, like Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union with his son. If that's what he's doing and he identified as whatever, like, what's happening? Like, why are we exploiting this experience? Like, why are y'all forcing that upon people? Like, let her or whatever let them do their thing, period. Like, we not involved in it. That's your kid. You deal with your kid and whatever you got going on. See? And that's why certain stuff you shouldn't say, because you don't never know where you're going to end up at tomorrow. Wilder, that's the guy Deontay, right? It's called 5 on 5 in Saudi Arabia. I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't like how Deontay Wilder got up there with that guy. What was his name? Was it Tyson Fury or something like that? I didn't like how he got up there and tried to blame him losing that fight on that costume they had on. But the costume was ridiculous. The costume was just as ridiculous as him using the costume as an excuse. You should have never wore that mess to begin with. That's number one. Number two, you talk all that trash and got up there and got beat up. I was disgusted with him. He better win this time. You think he gonna win, or you think he gonna take an L? Cause you too big to be out there getting beat up. I don't be liking that. Is it? I ain't hear about that. I didn't hear about that. What happened? Now that I did hear. Yes, just take it. All that storytelling and all that. Oh, my costume was weighing me down. I don't want to hear none of that. But what's the guy name? Tyson Fury said that out of his own mouth. That you could do all that little devil worshiping or whatever. You could do all that all you want. I never heard that. Well, they promote what they want. Like certain stuff, if they don't really want it to get real big, you might see it flash across the screen maybe one time, real small, real quick, and then they're going to let it go after that. Ooh, I'm going to have to look that up. So I can see. Ooh. And this was 4 years ago. weighted glove on. No, it's another guy. I like Tank, and it's another guy too that I like, but I just really can't think of his name right now. And I always wonder what happened to the other guy that was from Philly, Brian Jennings or whatever. Yeah, I like him. I think he's entertaining. Get out. Now that's crazy. If you gotta do all that, that means you were scared. I don't think that's his name. I gotta find, let me see if I can find the guy. Cause he just had a fight not too long ago that I saw. Wait, let me see. Is he the one that I like? Because I do know that name. What's the game? That's exactly who it is. This guy right here. Errol Spence. Because he just had a fight not too long ago. I know who Shakur Stevens is. Let me see. Let me see what he look like. No, this guy right here. What's this guy right here name? I'm talking about, I actually like boxing. I don't like basketball and football. I don't do basketball and football. Now, boxing is totally different. I like boxing because I like fighting. Like, I used to want to be a boxer when I was like young. Like, those was the two things that I liked. And it's so crazy because I wanted to box when I was a teenager, but it was either going to be boxing or doing hair, and I ended up doing hair. Because my mom used to be like, you all light, and they gonna knock you, they gonna knock your equilibrium off, you gonna be crazy. Which I turned out to be that anyway, but yeah, it was Carl Crawford. Is that his name? No. When is his next fight? It's Terrence Crawford. No, I don't play video games. I don't play games at all. It's like, I'm lying. I do be playing Candy Crush sometimes. She still be fighting. Yeah, I like boxing. They need to start putting more energy back into that because that's actually really something that's actually entertaining. Well, to me it is. But yeah, I used to be a Street Fighter child. And when I look back on it, like people be like, "Oh, you always fighting, and you crazy and this, that, and the third." But it wasn't even that I was like crazy or nothing like that. I just used to like boxing. But then you realize that um is that the brown skin girl that be always talking a lot of trash and she be trying to fight Layla Ali? And she be trying to call her out? Yes. Yes. I was hoping that somebody like a Christian Rock would have started getting into boxing, like, and taking it serious. Because I feel like if she would have got into that, that could have been something she would have excelled in. Like, I see it in her. Like, I saw that in her. Well, I don't think she did it seriously or like really tried to like do like have a match with somebody, but I feel like that would have been perfectly suited for her. I don't know why nobody put that together. Yeah, but that would still be entertaining though. Hey, I thought I said who I liked. I like Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson's my favorite boxer. Period. And believe it or not, I used to like what's his name? Evander Holyfield, so I used to like him. How am I supposed to do that? What you talking about? Like your name that's up here? Who is your favorite basketball player? I don't really know basketball players. I don't really know basketball like that to be able to say like somebody other than like Michael Jordan. Like I know that he was like, really, really a great player that everybody liked. I only know basketball players that had fanfare around them, or either they mess with somebody like a singer. I'm from Philly. That like they mess with somebody like a singer or somebody that's like like one of the girls that be out there. Hi, from Philly. One of the girls that's like, like one of the it girls that's like on the scene and stuff like that. Those be the only basketball players I really be knowing. I don't really know basketball like that to be like, oh, this person is good, that person is good. What is it? That's so funny. But y'all, it is rolling over on 6 o'clock, and I got to get ready to cook my dinner. So y'all know I always have a good time on here with y'all, and I'm gonna be back. I'll be back probably one of these days, Thursday, Friday, one of these days, and chit chat with y'all. Well, I had made pasta yesterday, so yeah, today is actually a leftover day, but I still gotta like get it ready and all of that. So well, I'm originally from Logan, But I'm currently in West Philly. I don't know no WNBA. Well, no, I'm lying. What's the girl name from Philly? Is it Dawn Staley? Is that her name? The one that just had the and I only heard about her because they was making a lot of noise about her having an undefeated record for her college basketball team, like she coaches college or something like that. Is that the right name? Thank you. I don't really know the basketball girls. And what's the other girl name that they had kicked her out because of her grades or something, and she just got drafted a couple of weeks ago. What's her name? Something Reese. Angel Reese. Is that her name? Right, the Dawn Staley one, right? She used to play for the WNBA. Okay. That's about all I got for the WNBA. I don't know nothing else. Yeah, and her too. I know her from, I seen her at the Met Gala and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't watch the WNBA at all. Like, I couldn't even tell you nothing that's going on with them. Oh yeah. I know who that is. Right. I know who Brittany Grinder. You put Brittany Grinder. Ain't her name Grinder? And you know what's crazy? I thought her story, the Brittany Grinder girl, I thought her story was gonna be bigger, but as soon as she got out of jail, it's almost like they forgot about her. Like, she did a little interview recently and that thing ain't make no noise. I don't know who that is. Who is that? Is that the white girl that she kind of looks like? Thank you. Is that the white girl that she kind of looked like Bob Saget a little bit? No shade. I just don't know her name. I don't know her name, so I'm just trying to give y'all a visual of who I'm talking about, so maybe y'all can tell me. Is that her? Don't laugh, because I'm not trying to be shady. But one of them two, I think she got drafted this year too. I feel like I saw her. They was talking about her a lot too, but I don't know her name. I'm sorry. All right, is that the one? Is that the one that I'm talking about? Y'all don't do me like that. Oh, but I'm heating up my pasta from yesterday, and I'm having pot stickers. Cause I don't want nothing too heavy, and it's a little warm, so all that cooking and all that ain't really going down today. And plus, I just had a cheesesteak not too long ago. What's her name? What's the girl name? Cause I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to, cause that's who I can see in my brain, but I don't know her name at all. Don't do that, because I was not trying to. Don't do that. Please get each other. I'm about to look her up, because y'all not telling me if I got the right person. Okay, yeah, Caitlin Clark, right? Y'all see Bob a little bit. Like, y'all don't see him a little bit. I was on to something. I just ain't know her name. No shade to her. She's not a bad looking girl, but that's the only thing that's the first person that popped into my head. Look, y'all. Y'all see Bob. Who, this girl right here? The Caitlyn girl? She's really good. She only 22 years old. And what team did the girl Angel Reese go to? Let me see. Just a little weensy bit, right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit, y'all. I'm not trying to be mean. Seriously. She on the Connecticut Sun? Suns? Is that what it's called? But I don't know. I'm not messing with y'all like that. Y'all have a good evening. Y'all play too much. Yeah, well, you know that's how they do. They take one of them and get real, you know, they get real, you know, extra with them so they could build up hate for that person and build up that energy so that people try to go real hard against her to try to make a name for themselves. That's what they all do. You know, that's a part of the business. But y'all have a good evening and y'all be good and y'all act like y'all got some sense. Don't y'all be out there cutting up. All right, y'all. Yes, I saw that. I literally just saw that. Yes. Don't do that. Because I'm so sorry. Her name is Caitlyn. Y'all better cut it out. Y'all cut it out. Y'all is being terrible. I was not even trying to go there with the girl. I just ain't know her name. Who, my neighbor that be getting beat up? They moved out. I'm not messing around with y'all. Y'all is being terrible. That is not that girl's name. But y'all have a good evening. Y'all be good. Stop being bad. All right, y'all. Bye, y'all.